Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
And Professor Meg.
This is a bit of an Origins 2024 recap. I don't know exactly how this will play out. It's a little bit of showing you some of the games we came back with, talking in general about the convention. I will probably try to splice in some footage and stuff of various things I took, but I'll see what fits naturally because I'm not really talking throughout this video based on what footage I have. But if I have footage that's relevant, I'll make sure to throw it in. This was very not planned. Well, kind of to give you my own. I don't know if I even told you this, but basically there already was. Well, there was a pre-Origins video talking about the games to be excited about Origins. That was a video I did. Then there was a video that we did at Origins Game Fair. You know, day 1, day 2, whatever. Of here's a bunch of games to be excited about. And then I kind of started a sort of third vlog, but then didn't do enough footage in it that I'm kind of gonna intersperse it with this probably.
Shucks.
Yeah. There's stuff. There's various blips and segments and thingies. We'll see what we can do.
There's a lot of things.
There's things. But this is a half recap, half Gen Con vlog, and one half Origins Haul. I said Gen Con vlog. Half Origins vlog and half Origins Haul as well. I should note, as we go through these, by the way, just as a general note to set expectations, there are a bunch of games we're going to talk about and showcase today. I'd say about 3/4 of them are review copies. So, I mean, some of them haven't bought ourselves, but 3/4 of these are review copies. Take that into account because I don't want to set expectations that you should go to Origins and come back with 40, 50 games. Some people do that. Most people who are doing that are usually content creators who are coming back with a lot of games, which is very exciting, but also homework assignments, which is slightly less exciting. Still exciting. They are board games after all. With that, let's talk about Origins. Origins 2024. What? Go ahead.
Was it really Origins 2024?
It is. What was your first Origins?
You said the year, and I was like, is this real? I think 2022.
2022. I think I did 2021. Yeah. I'm trying to think through if that makes sense because 2022 did it? 2023, 2022. I think
this is my third.
Yeah, I think I went once, 2021. Like, it was the kind of post-COVID, sort of post-COVID Origins. I want to say this is my 4th year going.
I want to say I cosplayed in 2022.
What did you cosplay as?
Imogen from Critical Role.
I think I know. I don't know Imogen. I think I know. Yeah, we'll throw a picture up.
Maybe.
We'll see.
All the comments.
Anyways, but yeah, what's your overall opinion of Origins?
For me, Origins, it is a decently sized show. I would say it's on the smaller scale, but still decently sized. And of the different conventions, like for understanding-wise, it's definitely a consumer-based convention. Yeah. It's a lot of shopping, booths set up, things like that. That being said, I think they do have like a pretty big play area. I don't think they have the biggest library though. I think that's where PAX tends to shine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Origins is, and for context, there's different types of conventions. There's small local conventions. There's going to be playing games conventions like Board Game Geek, Con, Dice Tower West, Dice Tower East, things like that. I do think from the exhibitor-based conventions, I do think Origins is probably one of the smaller ones at this point. I don't think they started off that way, but Gen Con's obviously huge. UKGE is growing. Essen's massive. I think PAX Unplugged is the one that started off a little smaller than Origins, but has been growing very rapidly, whereas Origins has been standing a little still. So from the exhibitor ones, it's on the smaller side, but still within the general realm of conventions. I mean, I don't know their exact attendance. I think it's 20,000 plus, so it's on the higher side compared to anything smaller, but on the exhibitor side on the smaller end. And also the timing of it's interesting, because the timing of it is going to be, well, June, and then you have Gen Con happening early August, and PAX Unplugged happening in December. And the closeness...
And Dice Tower East in between, if you
Dice Tower East, yeah, but not the exhibitor side things.
Yeah.
But that means that if you're an exhibitor in the US, it's in a weird spot where if you have an upcoming release, Gen Con usually is the focus, and then PAX Unplugged tends to be the fallback. Origins is too close to Gen Con that they don't get a lot of exciting new releases. Like, was there anything in the new release zone?
I don't know. There you go.
I think, like, there were things that were available for retail for the first time. Like, I know Mistwind was there for the first time being sold. I think they sold out. Very good game. You should check that out if you have a chance. But I think in general, it's less focused on new releases and just focused on a lot of good things. But with that, let's talk about some of the things we've seen, the games we've seen, the booths we stopped by. You want to focus on
the booths we stopped by.
The places we'll go. You want to focus on any one thing in particular?
No.
I'll start then. So, I'll go ahead and start. I'll start with actually
There's a lot. It's a little overwhelming looking around.
There's a lot
from this side of the table.
I think, where's my stack of things? Uh-oh, am I missing? No, here we go. So, I think that two of the things that I started off seeing from the get-go were two games from the very first event they had.
A gecko?
A gecko. Very first event they had was actually the Media First Look on Wednesday night. There was a bunch of booths to talk about there. We may have some more things to go over, but two things I saw, out of four actually, were Xylotar and Sandbag, both from AEG. Bezier. Not AEG. Both from Bezier. Bezier actually had 4 small box games in the Media First Look. They had Xylotar, Sandbag, Seers Catalog or something like that.
And Rebel Princess.
And Rebel Princess. Rebel Princess is the one that looks cool. But
good.
Rebel Princess and Seers catalog weren't yet available. They definitely look cool. Rebel Princess in particular, I'm very excited for.
Seers, as in a seer, not Sears, in case that's what you heard Alex say.
That Seers catalog would
Right.
go along with Rebel Princess. We had Sandbag and Xylotar. These are both trick-taking games. So were the other two, honestly. It was a suite of 4 trick-taking games. And in fact, I'm realizing... This is where things get messy. I'm realizing... Give me a second to get some stacks of games over here.
Second, hold on.
There's actually
One
another
moment.
Bezier game that we got. They're a
I'm
non-trick-taking
excited about
event. Yeah, so we have Sandbag over here, which is a game of, well, sandbagging, trying to have, I believe, the lowest hand or something like that, but then the trick is defined by the current available balloons in play. Seemed fairly interesting. I like trick-taking games. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the art on either of these, but I'm curious about the gameplay, because Xylotar in particular, this one's interesting because you have ranges of cards, and you have tricks in front of you, there's ranges of how they operate, and so I'm intrigued as to whether this one will be one I enjoy. I've heard good things about it, and they did have a very cool Xylotar at the convention itself. Past that, we have Blueprints. Blueprints of Mad King Ludwig. I have not played this one. This is a roll and write version of Mad King Ludwig, and I've heard good things so far, so I am excited to dive in and play this one as well. That's our first publisher.
Roll and write?
Roll and write. Flip and write. Oh, and we also have promos for those 2 games. You want to pick something?
Sure. Okay.
I don't even know where this is going to go.
I know, I don't want to start with the smallest things, but I feel like that's what's just naturally going to happen. Should we do all the things from this, please?
What's all the things? Sure, let's go ahead and grab those.
Well, guys.
You start talking and I'll grab some things.
I have Vaalbara here, which I believe you actually picked up, Alex.
I did.
It was with the intent of me agreeing that I would play it, because I was also very interested, but, do you want to speak a little bit about it? Because I had seen it on the Origins preview, and I was interested, but I don't think I know enough about it.
So I actually know, I'm realizing, I'm missing, no, you have the bottom one over there.
Yes, I can get
So, there's a few games you picked up from Hachette over here. They basically had a bunch of things. Some things that are, they had a demo of, oh my gosh, what's the, there's that one with the cats, I think it's cats, maybe it's not cats, but hanging from the tail, Nikojima, I think it's Nikojima, I think. But very cool game they picked up. That's going to be their Gen Con release. But they had Flashback Lucy and Flashback Zombie Kids.
Yes.
Both games I've been interested in picking up. I haven't tried the Flashback series yet. They're a kind of escape room situation, I believe. The Flashback Zombie Kids has 3 replayable scenarios, so I don't know exactly what that means, if it's an escape room situation. And then 4 scenarios to discover. This one does not say replayable, so this might be a slightly more adult-focused version of the same system.
That's the one that I was interested in. Flashback Lucy was why I went to the Hachette booth.
Yeah.
Because I think that one's mine, and these are yours.
Yeah. Then, though, we also had a few
I'm
more.
interested in this.
We had Monster Chase, which is designed by Antoine Baza and kid-friendly.
These the little ones.
My son went to the Hachette booth and was literally crying. I think he was cheering up, not crying.
Yeah.
Because he wanted Zombie Kids, which we've played through to completion, but he still wants it back. Because he played Zombie Kids, Zombie Teens. I foolishly got rid of Zombie Kids when we finished the Legacy game. I was able to somewhat make him feel slightly better with Flashback Zombie Kids. I believe he expects to play this tomorrow, so I need to go ahead and read the rules. We have Monster Chase as well, which is designed by Antoine Baza. The combination of the designer and the publisher had me interested. It looks very light. I don't know if that's going to be something I'm interested in or not, but I'm happy to try it and see if it's my type of thing. And then Vaalbara. Oh, you can do that one? We'll do Vaalbara
Yes,
last.
this was also this one was a demo copy given because of the response. So this was also another one for the kids.
Crying
Turbo
children
Kids,
does get you things.
which I believe, I don't know anything about Zombie Kids, but these are the Zombie Kids in it.
They are the same characters, but they're not zombie themed. So so as opposed to like Zombie Kids Flashback, they have the same theme. This one has the same characters, but no zombie theme. It's almost like they kind of forgot zombies existed, and I think that's because
Maybe
they
the
didn't want
zombies
to.
too scary.
They don't want to pigeonhole all their kids'
Yeah.
games into zombie
Too
themed.
scary.
Yeah, but I have no clue. This one has you drawing markers. Seems intriguing. Not super excited, but my kids are interested, and I'll try it out. And then we have Vaalbara, which I know nothing about. All I really know about Vaalbara is I remember seeing this. I want to say the Dice Tower Top 100, I want to say, but I could be wrong. But I remember someone being very excited about this. Or maybe it was an end-of-year releases.
I had seen it, I was interested, but that's as much as I knew. This one I knew a little bit more, which I'm excited about.
So that's stack 1 of various games.
Yeah.
Past that, anything else we saw at the media first look? Because we could probably get that out of the way while I try to find a place to
Oh
put
my
these.
goodness. That was so long ago now. What was the T?
Oh my gosh.
T game?
It was Pirates of the High Tea.
Of the High T's. Yes. So that's one that's coming out. And I believe, Alex, I don't want to mess this up, but I believe the designer of that game is designing the spiritual successor to Calico
Called Knitting Circles.
Yeah. So we got to check out their game as well, which I believe, I don't know, is going to be on crowdfunding.
I assume so.
This is all being, I did not prepare for this, you guys, but I think there might be footage you might be able to see now, at least of that, so.
I think it's showcasing at Gen Con Knitting Circles. They're going to be doing that, and then the Pirates of the High Seas Tees is also going to be, both those are going to be available, well, both of them are going to be crowdfunding. I don't know the timing of them exactly. But that was definitely one.
I truly don't remember the name of it, but there was the flower tile matching one that was wooden tiles. That one also looked very nice and pretty. I think it was maybe Floriferous or something like that.
Floriferous is a different game.
That's an actual game.
But it does sound something similar to that.
Well, again, like Flora. I think it had the FL in it. Flora.
I think you're right. I don't know exactly where. But it's a two-player game of basically a little timer as you kind of reverse bid what you're willing to pay for tiles and then put them to your display. So you're trying to figure out in real time what the value of any set of tiles is that you're willing to pay for. Seemed interesting. I like the idea of a two-player, slot them all in as efficiently as possible. That seems interesting. There's also Layers from KTBG. I've already seen the basic version, but they had more to show. I already saw it at PAX Unplugged, I want to say, but they had more to show. KDBG was showing off that, as well as Endeavor Deep Seas. And the last thing I saw at the media first look that I was intrigued by was Tir Na Nog from oh my gosh, I'm gonna blank on their name. The people who make Endangered. I always forget the name of the publisher, but it's the people who make Endangered. They do a bunch of games, and I'm blanking on the name. But they had Tir Na Nog, which looked very interesting. Definitely interested to get my hands on that one, but I don't have it yet here. So I think that's kind of a short recap of the media first, which brings us to the next thingy, which is one of my personal favorite things that I was very excited to see. We stopped by the Chip Theory Games booth. Yes. Chip Theory had a bunch of things, and one of the things you may have already seen briefly in the vlog, if you watch that, the Day 1 Origins, is Tanglewoods. This is suspiciously empty.
I was wondering if you were going to open it. Did you know before this?
No, I picked this up, and it was heavier the last time I picked it up.
Yeah.
This is less exciting than I thought, but it does look very cool.
Were you going to shove any of it off? I didn't think you were going to open it.
I was going to show them like some art pieces. Here's the cover. Here's the cover.
Going to.
Maybe I was. Who's to say?
Hey guys, I'm learning the game. You're welcome.
Where is it?
It's in my. Don't worry. I'm learning it.
Anyways,
I'm learning it.
Tanglewoods.
Stephanie asked me to.
Did she really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Tanglewoods. Tanglewoods over here. This is going to be the 20 strong version or whatever, 20 strong universe. This is sorry. This is Tanglewoods, a set of 3 games. I think we have Tanglewoods Red, Tanglewoods, 2 other colors, white and blue or white and green. I don't know. They have 3 different Tanglewoods games. Does it say the color? I think this is Tanglewoods White.
I know. No, I think it. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't have the rule book. Anyways, Tanglewoods over here from Chip Theory. This is in the 20 strong universe. Basically, you have your dice. You're going to be rolling your dice, trying to utilize your warriors to proceed towards the boss. Each game being slightly different. This is designed and illustrated by Manny Tremblay, and I'm excited to learn it when Meg's done learning it, I guess. It's a solo game. Yeah, I'm excited. But this is definitely one that I'm very excited about. Chip Theory in general, they always have games I love, but honestly, they're games I see at every convention. So as much as I love seeing their games, I also already know what's there. This was the fresh, exciting new thing, and now it's an empty box, which is fine. What do you want to show off?
I don't have as much stuff on my side. I don't know.
I mean, half of these are yours.
Okay.
I think. I can pass you here.
I can show stuff on my side. I just am going to run out very quickly.
I'll pass you this then. Enjoy. Now you're talking about this.
Okay, this is Metro Runner.
Down. I passed you upside down.
This is Metro Runner. It's a new title by Thunderworks Games. If you guys know Thunderworks, they have a lot that are in the role-player world, like role-player adventures and cartographers and Stonespire Architects and all that. So this is them branching out into more of like a steampunk type universe. And this is a game that I have...
That was a tripod falling. It's all good. Also, there's no top camera, in case you're wondering.
There is no top camera?
No top camera.
Oh, just kidding.
I realized the way you put it out, you trusted my capabilities to switch the top shot is off.
So this is a game that I have gotten to see. I want to say I got to see it last year, maybe at Gen Con, but I can't remember. I got to see a very early version of this, so it's very cool now to finally be able to play a more final
I think it was
copy.
PAX Unplugged.
It was somewhere. Guys, don't trust me because I don't remember when or where, but I've already seen this.
I am impressed with how quickly they turned this around.
Yeah.
PAX Unplugged was before the crowdfunding, then they had crowdfunding, and now it's here.
If there's something they know, it's logistics.
Yeah.
And board games. But yeah, so this is a game where you're going to be playing as these different, I don't know, cyberpunk type people, and you are trying to use, like, programming within this, like, central grid to get your goals. Yeah. I'm very interested and excited. New title from Thunderworks. I generally know a bit how it plays, but not enough, really.
Yeah. I am very excited for, they have an upcoming game I'm very excited for, but that's not available yet, so we'll see. But anyways, I mean, it's public. They've talked about it. It's a card system. I never remember the name, but it looks cool. Okay, so if you did that on that side, I'll do one that I'm actually less excited for. Although, not excited for, just this happened to be scrap racers. Although, there's a thing on the back of this. This is stickers!
I love stickers!
Scrap racers over here. That's actually for a video game. Okay, so here, fun fact, everyone, okay? While I was at Origins, there was a booth that had a side-scrolling video game where you could log in and control a bunch of characters and then move up and down while moving sideways. You ever played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? You ever play that?
Yes.
So it's like that one of those. It's like you get to run around and hit things and whatnot, and except it's for Steam. And I was like, my kids would love that. The idea of all logging together and playing a TMNT style like side-scroller. I was interested. So
it's a platformer?
Not a platformer, not a jumper. Have you played TMNT or maybe X-Men?
I played Street Fighter.
No, not
That's
like
not
those.
What we're talking about?
I'll show you
Aladdin?
this sometime. No, I don't know Aladdin, so I can't speak to that. But basically, the whole thing's moving side to side. It's not a platformer, but it's almost like a lane, so your characters can kind of walk up and down in a narrow setting while they hit and attack things. Okay. It's like X-Men or TMNT if you've played any of those in the arcade games, but I don't know if I can get my hands on those, so I want this because my kids, I think, would enjoy it. Whoa. Anyways, side tangent. But
I would even shout out who it is, but it doesn't say their name on the thing.
It's called Rah Rah Boom.
That's the name of it?
That's the name of the game.
Rah Rah Boom.
Rah Rah Boom. Anyways, Scrap Racer. Scrap Racer over here from Queen Games. The reason I'm not excited for this one is because I don't know enough about it. This was a crowdfunding title from them. It's a racing game. The art looks cute. I'll probably play with my kids and see if they like it. If I recall correctly, like you're rolling a bunch of dice. Well, you're obviously rolling a bunch of dice. I don't have to recall. It shows in the box. But there's a whole system of how you allocate the dice to move forward.
You roll one die.
I think the reason I'm less excited for it is only because it's already been out and I haven't heard a ton of buzz about it. I do want to dive into it, play with my kids, see if they enjoy it. They do tend to like racing games, but I don't know if it's going to be a keeper or a try it and then see from there. Mm-hmm. But it does look pretty, and it's from Queen Games, who I tend to like, and so that's Scrap Racer from them.
Nice.
Should I do another one?
Sure.
Okay, let me see what I got over here. Let's see. Okay, I'll do a small one over here. This one is Confusing Lands, which you might be confused because you're like, don't you own Confusing Lands? I did own Confusing Lands. I had the prototype for Confusing Lands, the original pre-production copy, which I covered on the channel, and then I believe someone who's sitting nearby stole it.
Hi.
So I decided to buy another one because I like this game enough that I don't just want it in my game group, I want access to this, because a game like Metro... What?
I would have bought my own.
It's okay. The other one was pre-production, and I do like having final copies. Nothing wrong with it. It's totally fine. But Metro Runner is a game that if Meg owns a copy, unless I love it, I'm fine having a copy in rotation of game groups. Mm-hmm. But this is the kind of travel size thing that I want the flexibility to just take this where I want and not have to like. This is the kind of thing I want my own copy of. That's what it comes down to. So I went ahead and bought it, plus, of course, supporting the publisher. So, it's $15, and I like the publisher, and I'm happy to buy a copy. So that's my two over here.
Okay.
You can go ahead and grab one.
All right. So I guess going with the same theme, I don't know if we should just do it.
Oh, we're going to do it then.
We're
gonna clear the table because the biggest amount of games is from a single publisher.
AllPlay. AllPlay gave us a lot of goodies. I think, logistics-wise, we don't have to get into it, but I think the majority of these might be for Alex.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure.
Are you gonna bring them all?
Oh, I was gonna wait.
Okay. Sorry, I was pausing because I thought they were all coming over. This is Through the Desert. This is one that I have interest in, but again, don't know enough about. I actually asked to play this already, and it's still in shrink, so that's where we're at with
I was inspired to dive into this one because you've played recently 2 games from this designer.
Yes.
You played Rebirth and Cascadito. Mm-hmm. Okay. Both of them are tile-laying games in a similar weight class. And it's been a while since I played Through the Desert, but I know AllPlay made some adjustments to this, and in general I like their productions. And having played 2 of those recently for the designer, I kind of want to try this one out again and see if I have space for... Because he has a bunch of heavier tile-laying games and lighter tile-laying games. Mm-hmm. And the heavier ones, like Tigers and Euphrates and things like that, are great. The lighter ones, I don't really keep them, but I do remember enjoying Through the Desert enough that I was like, you know what, I'll cover the new version, see if it gets a spot on the shelf. There are some upgrades, adjustments, expansions, things like that. In fact, the expansion, I believe, is over here, if I'm not mistaken. We got Through the Desert Bazaar over here, which gives you a few expansions from Watering Holes to Djinns to Bazaars and Rival Nomads, which all seems fun over here. So I'm excited to dive into this one. That's going to be the first AllPlay game.
Yeah, it looks very interesting, but I don't know enough about it.
From there, let's do a bunch of small box ones, and then we'll jump over to yours. We have Mindspace, which you've already had a chance to dive into this one. This is a small little roll and draw polyomino-based kind of cartographer's adjacent game. You're drawing little polyomino shapes onto a little grid based on certain scoring criteria. Each color scores a certain way, plus you have 3 scoring cards in play that keep the game variable. It's fast-moving. Enjoyed
Honestly,
it.
the way the different colors score as well, it almost reminds me of, is it Gauchon Clever?
Yeah, that's
similar
fair.
to something like
that's
that.
fair.
I enjoyed it a lot.
It's cartographers combined with Gosh and Clever. That's a good observation. I enjoy this.
Good.
I enjoy this. We have Dandelions, which I've also played already. I need to play it more.
I have not yet.
Yeah, I need to play this one at the 3-player count. It's basically rolling dice and then trying to score. That's what it comes down to. You roll dice, you move around a little section, plant your dice in gardens, and score. I played at 2 players. I thought it was okay at 2. I want to try it at 3. Keep in mind, you'll be seeing coverage of all these games in a more dedicated format. You are getting brief, quick thoughts on the ones we've played already. We have Switchbacks. You've played this already. You want to talk about your thoughts?
Yeah, Switchbacks is pretty cute. It's a hiking theme for anyone that likes that. I think even if you were out somewhere hiking, it's small enough that you could set it up and play if you want to play outdoors. But it's basically a strategy game where you want to place certain numbers sequentially in a row, and based on that, if you have a chain of 4, they'll be able to score, and you're trying to use your different hiker peoples as well as other people to place them to get points. So there's choices where you can either buddy up and take 2 hikers, and then you can place 2 in the future, or you can always just place 1, and depending on that, it'll kind of depend how many points you're able to get out onto the board. I would say this one reminded me a bit of something like Flowers, where if you need certain colors locked together for it to be eligible to score.
Yeah, very good point of Flowers. I think it's very similar. We have 9 Lives, the last of the small box ones, I think, from AllPlay. This one I have not played yet. It's a trick-taking game from the designer of Ghost Love Christmas, if I'm not mistaken, and I do love Ghost Love Christmas.
I don't think I've even seen this one.
9 Lives? Ooh. It's trick-taking. Trick-taking with, I think it's 3 to 4 players. Yeah, 3 to 4 players. Have you played Ghost Love Christmas?
Yes.
Oh, I like that game so much. Anyways, and so I'm interested in that as well from another trick-taking game.
Cute.
Then, we'll go ahead and give you yours to go ahead and...
Yes. So I'm a very big fan of Kabuto Sumo. I don't like many... I wouldn't say just dexterity, but like tactile games and things like that. But Kabuto Sumo is one that I just really enjoy. I think that for me, it's silly and light enough that you can get engaged with how fun it is versus trying to win. And so with that, I got some goodies that are expansions, which I think are additional insects that I'll get to use. Oh, this has a chair.
That's it's the wrestling.
A wrestling chair.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about this just because I am a very big fan of Kabuto Sumo, and AllPlay heard about that, so they gave me all the expansion goodie stuff.
And I think the last AllPlay title we have is On Tour Paris and New York,
yes.
which I have the original On Tour and as well as Europe as well. Paris and New York seem to be mixing up some of the ways the game plays, so some small adjustments to the gameplay. Think Ticket to Ride Europe. I've read through the rules for this already, have not actually tabled it yet, although that will happen probably pretty quickly. The nice thing about AllPlay is their games are very often very quick teaches, so they're easy games. Like, when I come home with a bunch of games, they're always like, okay, I gotta review this as fast as possible so they don't clog the shelf.
Can I see the box for 9 Lives? Since
Yeah.
it's still maturing?
Yeah, enjoy.
Okay, so I've never noticed this.
Go ahead.
Is it actually on the boxes? The back of this Through the Desert says the strategy line.
Yes.
And I think this is actually on the box. This one says tricky card games. Did you know that they did this? That they said what they were?
Did you know?
1 minute to teach.
Nice.
What is this? Did you know that these
Little
things...
taglines?
1 minute to teach. And what's this one?
Do you see the extras?
Small, big... This says small, big box game.
Nice.
Okay, I do like the cat.
I figured you would. That's why they're out here over here. We
I
got
do
4
like
little promo cats for 9 Lives.
Beautiful. But I feel like you should be more focused on what I was
So it's actually interesting you mentioned that. I did notice, actually, while at Origins, that their booth, they had the tagline in some of the booths of 1 minute to teach.
I want to see what's under this one.
Ooh, wait, we can guess. Okay, this is going to be...
I think it's going to be something that's not on any of them yet.
It's not going to be, it's going to be the strategy line. It's going to be the strategy line, I think. It's got to be. Because it's not 1 minute to teach.
I think it's one we haven't seen yet.
Go ahead, tell me what it says. The strategy line.
It doesn't say anything on this
No, it
one.
doesn't. Oh, okay, fine. Well, that's disappointing. That's disappointing.
Maybe it's online. I don't know.
Technically, by that
Let us
definition, you were right.
I was right.
It was something that wasn't on any of them.
That's like so true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really interesting though.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
it's good to know this is the strategy line. I think that may be
my
a
guess,
line I need to check out more of AllPlay.
I wonder where it is. I should have a message from the stars on a shelf somewhere. I'm guessing it's the strategy line too.
Okay.
But then again, I was wrong the last time, so don't take my word for it.
Are we sending everything away?
From
I guess
the
I don't
card
really
batch.
need
Okay.
We don't have the top-down camera, so I'll just do this quickly, but I got this very pretty moth pen. But you're not even going to be able to see it that close, so... But it's big. It's very nice.
Have you seen the glittery dice for On Tour?
I have not. Oh, I did.
They're glittery, shiny dice. These are the promo extras for the game. So that they're shiny. It's like a giant chunk of glitter in the die. It's an 8! Anyways, from there... I'll go ahead and do, let's do a singular game. You know what? Let's do a singular game. I'll do this one. So I stopped by the Arcane Wonders booth, and they had a bunch of games I was interested in, but most of them I already know or like, or there were a lot of upcoming games that I got to find out more information about. I'm very excited to see them.
Can I open this one while you talk about it?
There was also there's also Aquatica, the Coral Reefs, which I'm very excited to get. That one they are basically running out, and they should have, I don't know what the next print one is, but that one's out, and I can't wait to get a copy of Aquatica Coral Reefs. There's a whole bunch of games I already enjoy and own, and then there was Roads of Fortune, a Foundations of Rome expansion, which I'm very excited for, because I love Foundations of Rome, and I'm excited for this one while we wait patiently for Foundations of Metropolis, which I do actually think I'm going to own both, because Foundations of Metropolis is going to be a cheaper version of the game, but the more important part is if I want to travel, Foundations of Rome is not a travel game. I own it. It will be played at my house.
What's the story with Foundations of Metropolis?
It's not out yet.
But like when?
I think Gen Con?
Do they hate us?
Yes, they hate us. And
By
so
us,
they
I
push...
mean the general public.
Oh, that makes more sense. Yes, they hate us. I've heard this said. Arcane
And they
Wonders...
don't want us playing with it already?
I think the actual tagline on their booth was, "Plebs shouldn't play our game."
We hate you.
Anyways,
I don't know why I wanted to open this. I thought it would be easier than it is.
I don't think this has a lot of pretty buildings.
It doesn't.
I mean, this might be something.
I think it's just this.
Yeah. It's not super big on the miniatures.
No. It's just these.
They're cool. They're just not super cool.
So what does it add?
I don't know.
Well, okay.
I'll tell you. I covered it during the crowdfunding phase, but since then I don't know much about
it. And you don't know what it adds?
I covered the campaign, not the game. I didn't play the game. I covered the campaign. That makes more sense. Anyways, there's Safari Witness over here. Safari Witness is a game that I enjoyed much more than I thought I would, considering it's a memory game.
Oh, should we show them?
Again, I'll have coverage for you at some point, but this basically is a game of, here, you can go ahead and, again, there's no top-down, so it's a little limited to what we can show you over here, but you can go ahead and show things if you want. So, you're going to try doing it?
Well, yeah. Like, let's just see.
Okay, we're going to try doing it.
So you're trying to match different attributes, and you can be right about any of them. Like, you only need one to be correct.
Well, you need to decide which one you're doing.
Are we supposed to have one showing already?
You have a bunch on the table already.
Like, showing, though?
Well, they won't see it, but yes.
Oh,
no, not showing, not showing.
That's a crazy name.
That matches any T.
Okay. So we should do this?
Yeah, sure. That's good enough.
So, I got this tile. It's Tom. He's a blue elephant with a, I don't know, yellowish green background that's brick.
Yeah.
So now I need to find another Tom or any of the other things.
But you have to decide what you're finding.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I guess I'm finding a yellow background.
Okay. It is not, ironically, it's Tom.
I almost said Tom!
Now, the tricky part is you might think this is a pure memory game because now I could just match the Toms, but that's not how it works. I have to draw a new card, and this new card has to match something. So this new card, I'm going to match the color of that Tom background because I believe that was a match.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the orangey brownish.
Sure.
So I go ahead and get these as points. Now the game escalates from there. So it's kind of, each time you're adding a new card, if you're wrong, there's 2 new cards people know.
I can't believe I was going to say that would have been.
Yeah. But if you're right, you go ahead and get points. Now there's also double or nothing. If you think, if I draw a card, I'm like, oh, I know where Tom is, I'm going to match Tom. You could go ahead and draw another card, but you have to get both matches or lose both. And then you can go there's also a challenge option, and then there's also special abilities based on the names themselves. So the game escalates up to the players. You can make it quick, simple, and accessible, or you can make it really complex as far as just how much memory you're willing to push yourself on. This is a memory game that is charming. The art falls into like a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of vibe, so it's like my kids enjoyed this. I already played this with them, but they did not love the art. They were like, can we have the same game in different art? And I was like, I will tell them, and we'll see. But anyways, that was Safari Witness. From there...
No, I was going to take that one first.
Oh, same publisher, that makes sense.
Sorry. That's fine. I was going to take that one.
All the ones.
So this is In Dreams. This is brought to you by the people that made For Northwood, which I'm not sure.
Sideroom Games.
And this is more of a solo prompt type game. It's something that's going to walk you through different things where it's more meant for like writing and journaling, but it is still like a solo journey for you to go through. I got it because my sister just recently got her master's, so I'm gonna check it out. But then after that, I'm hoping this is something that maybe more her alley, because I've tried strategy games with her and she hasn't liked it, but I think this is something that she may like really enjoy.
Interesting.
Yeah, very cute.
From there, I'll go ahead and dive into, let's do something small over here on my end. I got a Deliverance scenario over here. This is basically a scenario for Deliverance. They printed it out as far as, just different options for the scenario. This is I think this is available online already, but if you want something nicer and printed out, they had this, and I think you're about to show.
Speaking of, we got Deliverance t-shirts. They had, I don't know, a couple different designs at their booth, and they gave us these. So I went with their Halo design, which I think is so beautiful. So it's all the different Halos from the game. And yeah.
Yeah, just Deliverance.
Very cool. Some board game merch. I do think this is a very pretty color.
There were some CGE Under Falling Skies promos that were available. We had Colompton and Berlin and Kiev and Essen. Essen's here.
Kiev! That makes me think of Dawn of Kiev.
Dawn of Kiev. Yeah, Real Dawn of Kiev.
Going back to, because we did say it was the same publisher, we should maybe do these.
I know nothing about these.
I don't either. So, this one I thought looked cute. This one's for the Peach. And this is the same publisher.
Whatles Entertainment.
Whatles Entertainment that had Safari Witness. So they had these both at their booth, and I didn't have enough time to demo. It was at like the very end of the last day, and I was going to sit down to actually demo for the Peach. And they said, here, take these. So I honestly don't know anything about this one. This one looked cute, but I didn't get to play it or anything.
We'll find out more
we're
later.
Check out more from them.
From there, I'll go into slightly bigger boxes over here. We have Sorcerer and Sorcerer Endbringer. This is from Wise Wizard Games. They actually had a few things lined up. In fact, actually, they're at the media first look as well. They had caution signs, which look like kind of So Clover, but with illustrations.
I
say
really
liked.
like that because I didn't get to get that.
Yeah, they also had Star Realms something, the kid-friendly version. Star Realms something. There's a different name for it.
It's like a quick.
Yeah, it's a smaller version of Star Realms. It's meant for it to be kid-friendly. And then they had one more, which I guess I'll grab in a second, but they had Sorcerer and Sorcerer Endbringer. These are deck-building games that I've seen over the years. I've never actually dove into and played, so interested in finding out more about both of these.
I enjoy a deck builder, so.
So that's the thing. These ones were always interesting. They never captured me in terms of their, I don't know, they never captured me. But this is, like, I think there's a lot of expansions for this. It's a system that's been around for a while, and it has deck building, and like you said, I like deck builders.
And you and I tend to like different deck builders, so that may be interesting to see how we feel.
Well, an example of one that I was not super hot on was Robot Quest Arena. I've already covered this on my channel. I enjoy the game, but I think I think it's more well received than my enjoyment for it. Although I have heard that the expansions can add to it, so I am excited to dive into those, which is good because I believe you got all of this.
I got all of the Robot Quest Arena stuff with all these extra little guys. I think the robots are so cute. I'm excited to play with them.
The robots are adorable.
We've been having a game night with a couple of us, and I'm excited for this to be a bit of a crazy
I'd happily play it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
My big thing is I wanted more from it, and the expansions I heard do add that more, but I haven't actually played with the expansions myself, so I can't heavily comment on it. Just, we'll see.
Yeah, stay tuned.
But yeah. Anyways, as far as that, I think I'm actually cleared on down here. I got a few small things here.
Back?
Yeah.
Okay. So we also have from 3WS Games, Charcuterie. This is a game that I have been wanting to play for quite a long time because I'm a girl that lived through 2020. And Charcuterie is a game all about making your different charcuterie plates. So you're placing different cheeses and meats and then other things on top of that with like olives and fig jams and dips and all the yummy things that you think you might want in a charcuterie board. And you are basically using that with certain constraints where you are layering them up, basically arranging your board, serving your charcuterie.
I've actually read the rules for this already. I'm excited to dive into it. I think it's very quick playing, easy playing. It has that kind of, variable scoring. I'm very intrigued to play it, but I haven't played it yet. On my end, over here, I have a bunch of games from, I don't know the publisher. The publisher is Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, Dolphin Hat Games. So, we have a bunch of these. In fact, I think I might be missing one. Is there one missing already? Has my kid stolen it? Maybe we have this? No, that might be all of them. So, I came back with a bunch of these over here. They had a bunch of games. I only took the ones that looked interesting, but I've actually played all of these already with my kids, and they're kind of fun.
I've never played Taco
Cat Goat Cheese
Pizza.
We'll end this.
Here's the thing. I feel like that name is supposed to be a crazy name.
Yeah. I'll teach you Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza.
I feel like this is supposed to be a crazy name, and I was going to say, I put a lot of goat cheese on pizza, and then I was going to say, that wouldn't be a crazy pizza, but then I saw a cat, and I was like, now I'm going to sound really bad.
So these are 4 different games. I'll have coverage on all of them, maybe dedicated videos, maybe separate, I'm not sure yet, but they're all different kind of fast-paced mayhem. Moose Match Mayhem has you throwing cards on the table and trying to grab the one you think will score you sets. Steal the Bacon literally has you stealing bacon from, that's not the right size. Oh, here, let's pull this off. Here we go. This is the piece of bacon over here. It's got bacon with a smiley face.
Is it squishy?
It's squishy.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're trying to steal the bacon based on having matching cards in the game. You have Wild Taco, which is just a bunch of special abilities, honestly. It's kind of inspired by some of the cards in here, but they just said, let's do all special abilities. And they have Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, which I believe Thinker-Themer love this game. It's why I checked them out, because Thinker-Themer has been raving with them for a while, and this one is kind of fun. But I'll save it for the end. Maybe we'll play a quick 2-second round and see how it goes at the end.
Okay.
But they're fast-paced Mayhem. I'll have more coverage on them for you soon. Do you have anything else in your end? Because I got one more thing to cover.
I got this. So Dispel Dice is a dice company, and they've recently been making dog toys. And Miss Mifa got their dragon at Gamma. So this time I decided she needed the gelatinous cube. And for those of you that don't have dogs, just to kind of explain, for those of you who don't play D&D, a gelatinous cube is a monster that is like a green cube that sucks things into it, like bones, weapons, anything that it really goes over. And for dogs...
I love how the audience we're talking to, you have to assume...
Explain all of the things.
The main thing is you might not know what dogs like, but you definitely know gelatinous cube. Okay, fine, I'll teach it just in case.
So then... for dogs, like, there's all these different holes that make it exciting for her to look for different things and pull them out. So there's bones on the inside, and I think there's actually a skull in here. Yeah, there's a skull on the inside.
Did you realize it squeaked?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So these are, like, for her to, like, look for them, and then once she pulls them out, I'll put them back in, so she gets to keep pulling them out. These are called enrichment toys. Yeah, I thought it was very, very cute for her, for Miss Mifa.
On my end, the last thing I have over here is going to be, well, actually, technically I think this is yours, but nonetheless, Letter
Jam. It is mine. I begged for Letter Jam. I have been having a lot of time, a lot of fun playing word games and things like that when you need like a light filler game. I think word games are something that a lot of people can be into even if you're not a gamer or something like that. And a game that I have played way too much of is Soul Clover. Take this as like a positive review for Soul Clover, but I cannot play that anymore. I've played it so much. It's a great game. Highly recommend it until you hit like hour 900 and then you're probably done with it. So I picked up Letter Jam because I've never played this one either. I played like a round, I think, at a media night with Paula. And that's all I ever played. So I'm very excited just to have another word party game in my repertoire.
You ready to finish?
I'm not
you have
done
one more.
yet.
You have one
I'm
more.
not done
Whoops, I forgot. I'm ready to play Taco
I
Cat
have one
Goat Cheese
last
Pizza.
game, which I'm very excited about. This is Crabs in a Bucket. This is a card game that was a Kickstarter, and I think that they have a current Kickstarter now for an expansion, so check that out if you'd like. But this was one that caught my eye that they have no idea who I am or that I'm talking about them. I was too shy, and I just wanted the game, so I got it. It's about a bunch of crabs, but it seemed pretty good, pretty well rated. A little quick card game, yeah. So I was like, I'll grab it.
I'll crab it.
Yeah, I'll grab it. Crabs in a bucket.
And that's basically our Origins semi-recap. It's mostly a haul in the end. At the end of it all, is mostly just a haul. I still have some footage.
There might be clips.
Yeah, there might be clips. We'll see. Maybe it'll be fun, interesting clips that make it almost seem like a story, even though it's mostly just us talking about the games that we saw and got.
Yeah.
But with that, until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
I'm Professor Meg.
And have a good one.
Bye. I'm not sure if we're playing this or not.
Hey, so.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a full
said
game.
Bye.
Not a full game. I know. Because that way people who don't actually want to see this can leave already.
Okay.
And we already said bye. We were played.
Okay.
So, take a card. And what you want to do is you want to flip a card into a center pile. But I'm going to start. I'm going to say taco. You say cat. Goat, cheese, pizza. Taco, cat, goat, cheese, pizza. Back and forth. Okay? But if the thing that you place out is the thing you said, for either of us, you slap the pile.
Okay.
Okay? Make sense?
The thing that I said for either of us?
Meaning if I say taco,
Yeah.
and it's a taco, I slap the pile.
Okay.
And whoever slaps the pile last takes the cards.
Okay.
Okay? You don't want cards. Cards are bad.
Okay.
Okay? And you want to go fairly fast paced. So for example, taco.
Go.
Cat. Cat.
I'm confused.
Taco, cat. You say cat next.
Oh, I have to say in order.
Yes.
I thought I just
Nope,
get to pick.
Goat. We're going to come back to narwhal soon.
Cheese.
I take the cards. Okay? Now, there's going to be 3 types of special animals. Now we're going to start again. We're going to start again. The goal is to get rid of your cards. We're going to start again. But there's 3 special animals. There's a narwhal, and if there's a narwhal shows up, it doesn't matter if you said it. You can say cat and the narwhal shows up. As soon as you see a narwhal, you go,
Okay.
you make the horn.
Okay.
If you see a monkey, you go,
Okay.
and what's the last one? It is, the last one is going to be the, jerk.
It looks like a 2-horned.
The groundhog. You knock the tail.
Oh, no, that's
The groundhog. So groundhog, you go,
Okay.
monkey, narwhal,
Okay.
and otherwise it's taco, coach, cheese, pizza. Whoever took the cards goes first. So taco,
Cat.
goat.
That wasn't one of the ones you said.
I know, it doesn't matter. If it's the special ones, you take the cards. We'll play this for like 2 minutes and stop.
Okay. What's the next? Do I have to go in order?
Start from Taco.
Start from Taco?
Yeah.
Taco.
Cat.
I'm thinking that's the normal.
It's goat.
Goat.
Cheese.
Pizza.
Taco.
Is cat one of them? Yes.
Yes.
Cat.
Goat.
Cheese.
Pizza.
See, I can't get the special ones. The special ones. I keep seeing the goat and the cat and thinking they're special.
They're not special. That's what makes it fun. You start.
Taco.
Cat.
I got that.
Ah, there's no way on. Okay. Oh, you start?
I feel like I've been starting every time.
Because you take the cards. Whoever takes the cards starts.
Taco.
Taco.
Cat.
Goat. Do one more round, we'll call it. Taco.
Cat.
Goat.
Cheese.
Pizza. Taco.
Taco.
Cat.
Goat.
Ah!
I did it.
You did it. You did it. That's where we stopped. That's where we ended. Good job. And that's Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. It's pure chaos. It is more chaos with more players.
It was fine.
But
We'll try letter
works.
two.
Mechanics works.
Bye.
In any case, have a good one.